Hey everybody, it's Cinnamon Cooney, your Art Sherpa, and today I want to tell you how to use specifically the Art Sherpa free traceable resource from our website. So I have 900 how to paint videos, and for most of them I provide an item that I refer to as a traceable, which is a line drawing that you can transfer onto a canvas if you don't yet draw. So number one, let me get this out of the way. Tracing is not cheating. That's not a true thing in art. Though people will like to say that to you, that's not factually accurate, not in art history, not in art college, not anywhere. It's a really weird thing they like to say. And I think it's just because they work really hard on their rendering skills. And so they want everyone else to do that to feel valid as an artist. But that's just not how creativity works. On the mic is my husband, John.
Hi, guys.
He's going to be helping me by tracking me with all the cameras so I can show you some different methods to use those traceables on our website. And to also maybe answer any technical questions that you have about the website in regards to this. If you're looking for a video that tells you all the methods of getting an image onto your canvas from somewhere else, I have a video about that in our Big Art Quest from 2016. It is linked in to the website. So if you check the description below, there's a link to our website. And when you go there for this video, it will show you that other video and give you a little extra resource. So like places to get resources for tiling, places for projection, and places for gridding. So super useful resource. Just go by the website. Again, all free. Let's hop right on in. I'm ready to get into it. All right. So you see here these line out drawings, right? This is going to be what I demo with, but this is the lesson that's coming up. Now I've used a program called Rasterbator. It is on that webpage, so you guys can go use it. I've done a double tile, lined everything up, taped it, and I have transferred it on. I'm going to show you that method, but that's what we're doing next. And that's how I get something like this with a bunch of students onto a canvas. But let's do something simpler. This is a happy face traceable, right? It's pretty happy. It's pretty chill, right? So say you want to get this face onto like a black surface, right? So you want to get this onto a black surface. It's on a piece of paper. You've gone to our website. You've gone to the video that you're wanting to do. You look over to, what is it, the upper left, babe?
It's on the left-hand side.
Upper left, and you're going to see a little thing that says traceables, and then two little tiny words that say PDFs. Now, usually I tuck a reference in there. Sometimes I tuck a grid reference in there, and I tuck the traceable in there. You want to print out the traceable onto your printer. And then what you're going to do is you're going to figure out the medium by which you get this image on there. Now, I recommend most often to my students this little product called Rasterbator. This is in the description of nearly all my videos. You can get it in 9x12 sheets. You can get them in rolls and then cut them up. I really only like the yellow and the white because the others tend to be a little staining. And how you basically use it is you tape it onto your canvas like so, right? And then you would tape your traceable image down. And the reason that you tape is so that it doesn't shift on you. Because if they shift on you, then you'll get this weird ghosting line. And you take, I recommend a colored pencil or a colored gel pen, something with a hard tip that you can see where you've been. And you simply go around the lines that you have tracing, right? What you see. Bump. And then what you get is a transfer of the image from your printed out traceable on to your surface. So if you have Rasterbator, that's a great way to do it. But let's say you don't have Rasterbator. Let's say you're like, dude, I don't have any Rasterbator. I don't have any time to get to the art store. What I've got is some chalk, because maybe you have kids or whatever. So you can take a face like this. And what you would do is you would find your handy dandy kids chalk. And I'm going to get to the white because that's the same, right? But you could use a color. Oh, we'll use a yellow, right? Because that'll show. You would rub this on the back of your image. And we'll kind of move this over a little bit so you can, so they're kind of layered. That'd be funny. And you can see that image go on. And you do essentially the same thing. This is actually pretty good for when the surface is painted with acrylic paint, because sometimes acrylic painted surfaces tend to not want to take a transferred line. Like it's really tough to do with pencil or graphite. And sometimes those products tend to bleed through into the paint. But like kids chalk is not so bad. So you get a slightly fainter, but still discernible reference. The other thing that I sometimes recommend that you guys do is take the traceable, print it out on your printer paper, and then using a product called tracing paper, which is a slightly transparent paper that's very economical. It's really good to use if you like to freehand your own drawings and you want to put them on more expensive media. That way you can work everything out and then transfer it. But what's nice about this is you can then see where objects are and position it around. So if you have something really complicated, you're resizing a canvas, you need, like the lavender girl, you need her in a specific area. Doing that transparent step where you take it from the printer paper to tracing paper can make that a lot easier. Now, I did like today when I used the Rasterbator tool, I get a little situation like this and we tape them together, we line them up and we tape them together. I think I've actually got this reversed. Tape them together. Is that the correct one? Oh, goodness. So it's that fun like that. The lines actually line up. Oh, they're there. So they line up. You line them up and you tape them together and cut them out. And then I'm using Ceril paper today, the yellow Ceril paper, to get my image onto my canvas because we're doing such a bright painting on something like this where we've got a very bright painting. I pick the lightest color that I have in my painting for the transfer of the image. So the reason for that is if I were to do blue, it would get all green around my yellow leaves. And I am doing a white canvas because I want all the colors to be bright. So I have to have a color to see it. So by default, I look at my object, I look at my reference and I go, yellow is my lightest color. So that's how I pick that. And I could do that with pastels. If you have chalk pastels, those can be really good because you have a lot of colors that you can choose from. I wouldn't recommend, you can't use anything with wax, and you want to make sure any transfer or carbon papers that you're using are not wax-based because that will ruin your painting. You don't ever want to incorporate oil into your acrylic painting for any reason because it'll mess it all up. And yeah, that does include silicone oil, but I don't know, belt oil. Woo, tushy. Anyway, so that's how you do that just real quick. I wanted you guys to have this. I'm going to do the say bye thing. Yay. So I wanted you guys just kind of to have a look because I get asked a lot, like, how do I get this out and how do I get it on the canvas? So basically what you do, if you were to go to my website, because we have 900 designs, you would type in a subject. Say you like, I like owls. So you type in owls on the video finder and it'll pull up all the videos, all of them that have owls. And then you pick the one that you like and you click it. And then when it opens up, you're going to see a bunch of resources. It'll tell you about materials. It'll give you the Ceril paper, the chalk pencils. A lot of these things that I talk about in my show are actually there as part of the affiliate links. And up in the upper left, below the thumbnail, and then some more information, there's going to be that word traceables. You just download that PDF. You just click it, and then it just downloads, and you print it out on your printer. I don't have advice on how to use your printer at all. I do not have a tech show for a reason. And even John, who's pretty techy, there's too many printers. Mm-hmm. So what I would do is if I were you and I had a particular printer, I would go on YouTube here and I would put in the name of my printer and the little number that's with it and follow some of the tutorials that they have about how to resize your images and how to control those print out results that you have. Because even for this, I have to resize. Sometimes I have to scale it to fit better on my canvas. And even if I use a tool like Rasterbator, I have to rescale it. I've also included some other transfer tools on the webpage that you might like, that you find useful. And again, there's other ways to get it on. There's projection. There is, besides projection, there's the gridding method. There's freehanding. So there's a lot of ways to do it. This is just how to use my traceables on the website. So hopefully that helps you and helps you for today and gives you a little bit of time. If you're doing the rainbow chrysanthemum, it's a good idea to get your traceable out and get it on your canvas. If you don't have chalk, if you don't have pastel, you can use just a number 2 pencil. Let me just, one of these, and rub the back just the way I did the yellow chalk, and that will work as well. So you're just trying to get something that leaves the paper and goes onto your canvas. I hope this helps you and makes this little step a bit easier in your art journey. Remember, masters had to use many transfer methods. They used camera obscura. They used cartooning. They did use traceables. They used gridding. These are art tools. They're not cheating. Cheating is lying and pretending that you're Vincent van Gogh when you're not. That's super cheating and also highly illegal, so I don't recommend doing it. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. Don't pretend to be Vincent van Gogh. And I want to see you at an easel really soon. Bye-bye.